Obi Bryant asked, how much does credit matter for getting an FHA loan? Any loopholes? Other than that, I'm just trying to get good information from experienced people. No shortcuts, just valuable tips and hacks for somebody trying to take the very first step.
Obi Bryant, I like that name. I think credit really matters for getting an FHA loan. As of May 2018, you had to have a 580 or above to put as little as 3.5% down. If you had below a 580 credit score, you'd have to put at least 10% down on the property. So credit score definitely matters, because that's pretty much all they need is credit and W-2 job to decide if you're going to be approved or not approved. And then a couple, tips and tricks and hacks to really get started is there is no tricks. It's really practical when it comes to real estate. I think there's the tricks and shortcuts are the quickest way to fail in real estate, because real estate isn't one of the places where you're going to be able to make money fast or get rich quick. I mean, there's short-term solution to making money in real estate, but it's not the best way to go about it. I think the best, most practical way to get started is starting out on BiggerPockets.com, starting a profile there, getting to actually meet people in your local market, joining different meetup groups in the area, starting your own meetup group in your local market, start a podcast. Podcasts are really great to get started because you can interview very experienced people on specific subjects, and it doesn't have to be uncomfortable when you reach out to them. Instead of you sending an email to a real estate development professor at a certain university, instead of you email them, say, hey, I have a couple questions about X, Y, and Z, or whatever. Instead, you can say, hey, I'd love to have you as a guest on my podcast. Same thing. It kind of just, it's human engineering. People love to tell their stories, so why not have them tell their story right on your podcast? And it's kind of a win-win, because they're getting the brand exposure that they want, and you are getting your questions answered anyway. And now, because you're having people now come to your page to listen to your content, because you have very qualified and educated guests come on your show, now you're going to essentially become a thought leader in the real estate space if you can kind of become that channel for people to receive their information as it pertains to real estate investing. I hope that helps.